1980 bottle of Crown sure was easy going down when Granddaddy poured me my first shot on graduation day. And here sits a $200 bottle of wine we toasted on our wedding night. It don't hold a candle to the way she kissed me when we said I do. If these bottles could talk, man, they'd tell you everything. If these bottles could talk, they'd tell you all my dreams, my hopes, my fears, my failures and tears. If these bottles could talk. Quite a few I'd like to forget, all the crazy things they'd say like that's way too much. I can drive your truck, here's to drowning her memory away. If these bottles could talk, man, they'd tell you everything. If these bottles could talk, they'd tell you all my dreams, my hopes, my fears, my failures and tears. If these bottles could talk, bottles talk when they're slammed against the wall. Bottles talk they're held high after winning it all. They pick you up after you fall. Bottles talk. Yeah, bottles talk.
It's not quite a religious experience, but it's damn close.
Quiet, numbskulls, I'm broadcasting.
Hello.
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 The wheel is turning, but the hamster's dead.
Seriously? You guys gotta come up with a better name. Whatever. I'm not even getting paid for this show.
Broadcasting worldwide from his basement.
You're listening to Tim Kelly
on Indie Country Radio.
I'm addicted to the whiskey going down. I'm addicted to the point it makes me a clown. I pour it in, I turn it up, and the devil is my friend. They warn me over and over again, but the thirst always wins. I'm addicted to her ways and her kind. I'm addicted to the point it makes me lose my mind. I hold her tight, she lets me go, and the devil is my friend. They warn me over and over again, but the thirst always wins. The thirst of whiskey, the thirst of wine, the thirst of her love late at night. They hold on tight and won't let go. I can't help but give in. Lord, I need a new friend, 'cause the thirst always wins. on tight and won't let go. Break my heart and wreck my soul. I'm tired of giving up and giving in. Please, Lord, I need a new friend, 'cause the thirst always wins. Over and over again, the thirst always wins. Always wins.
Brand new music for you at Indie Country Radio. That is Matt Dame. That is D-A-M-E. That's where you can find him on Twitter. The Thirst Always Wins. And before that, If These Bottles Could Talk. Two great songs, one great artist. And that was written by the Ivy Brothers. And one of them, my good friend, Mr. Scott Ivy, listening to us live right now. Good job on those. And Matt Dame is awesome. I love his sound as well. Thank you for sending us that brand new music. The reason we played two for Matt Dame, because it is Two for Tuesday. Welcome to a Two for Tuesday edition of Today's Country. I'm your host, Tim Kelly. Glad to have you tuned in. We're going to play double shots of every artist today all show long. That's how we do it on Two for Tuesday, and we got some good music loaded up in my playlist. At 11:30 a.m. Central Time, I'm going to be talking to Mr. Robert O'Connor, O'Connor, there you go, another great country music artist, and he is from Dublin, Ireland in the UK. So we're going to be way across the pond today. I'm live from the live show capital of the world, Branson, Missouri, in the middle of the United States. We got a good live show getting ready to kick off right now. Let's play another brand new song for you. My first time getting to play this one. It is entitled Today Is Not My Day. Well, absolutely it is. Mr. Cody Prevost from Canada. Brand new music on Indie Country Radio. K-Dub Hit Country, New Country's best.
Some guy cut me off on the way to work. I spilled hot coffee on my shirt. Hit a traffic jam by the Baptist church, and I was running late this morning. So I yelled and cussed and hit the dash. Then I saw that long black Cadillac, that line of headlights rolling past. Put it in perspective for me. Yeah, today's not my day, but today could be worse. Instead of driving this old Jeep, I could be riding in that hearse. No more knowing she's my world, being a daddy to my girls. There's so much left to do and left to say. So thank God today's not my day. She and I've got dinner plans tonight, and this weekend's back porch glass of wine. We got a trip out west in mid-July, plans for growing old together, and my girls, they're counting on me too. Yeah, to see their wildest dreams come true. Walk them down the aisle like daddies do. Toast them to forever. Yeah, today's not my day, but today could be worse. Instead of driving this old Jeep, could be riding in that hearse. No more knowing she's my world, being a daddy to my girls. There's so much left to do and left to say. So thank God today's not my day. 'Cause Lord, I need more time to be down here, stick around here before they put me in the ground. God, I love
today's newest country music, Indie Country Radio, with Tim Kelly.
Breaking like an ocean wave, hoping just to reach the shore, praying for the light of day to find your way out of this storm. You've been tossed about, lost and found, lifted up just to be let down. But someday love is gonna take you in its arms, hold you, heal your wounded heart, and your faith is finally gonna lead you through the dark. You'll find everything in time, I swear it'll be okay. Hope you know you're on your way to someday. Love has been a painful word, for what you give and don't get back. But when you get what you deserve, you'll forever drown your past. And the sun will shine, light up your life. It's hard to believe it now, but someday love is gonna take you in its arms, hold you, heal your wounded heart, and your faith is finally gonna lead you through the dark. You'll find everything in time, I swear it'll be okay. Hope you know you're on your way to heal your wounded heart, and your faith is finally gonna lead you through the dark. You'll find everything in time, I swear it'll be okay. Hope you know you're on your way to someday love is gonna take you in its arms.
He is a great artist from Canada. His name is Cody Prevost. That is Prevost. You guys need to check him out. Give him a follow on his Twitter account at Cody Prevost Music. Like his Facebook page as well. There are two great songs right there for you. Today's Not Your Day and Someday. Now you can check out the video to Someday on our television station. That is Indie Country Television. IndieCountryRadio.net is where you need to go to. Click the More tab on the far right. Drop down to 2 channels of Indie Country Television. The best artist videos you will ever see. Absolutely. I call it CMT for the Indies. They got to start somewhere, right? And Cody Prevost is awesome. That is a great tune. It is a great video. It is about domestic violence. It tells a great story. So get your Kleenex before you watch the video. Just telling you, folks, it is good. Well, the music's good as well. We've only been on the air about 15 minutes, and the best in new country lives right here at Indie Country Radio. Again, we're going to have a great radio interview with Robert O'Connor from the UK. He is from Dublin, Ireland. We'll be talking to him in about 15 minutes, so stay tuned for that as well. Mr. Eric Cantrell right now. This is called The Long Way Home on today's Country from Indie Country Radio. K-Dub Hit Country, New Country's Best. It's 2 for Tuesday.
Maybe she's taking a long vacation once again. She said it's over, But if I know her, she'll never let it in. It's only been a year since she left me here, where the nights drag by so slow. So I'll go on waiting while she's taking the long way home. She's just taking the long way home. Any day now she'll walk through my door, or she'll call me on the telephone. My friends are mistaken, she's not really making a new life of her own. So I'll go on waiting while she's taking the long way home. I've heard them saying her memory's playing with my mind. They say she's gone for good, but any wise man would leave all hope behind. But where I'm concerned, she just took a wrong turn somewhere along life's road. So I'll go on waiting while she's taking the long way home. They say I lost touch with reality. They say the more I drink, the more I think she's coming back to me. But she's just taken the long way home. Any day now she'll walk through my door, or she'll call me on the telephone. My friends are mistaken, she's not really making a new life of her own. So I'll go on waiting while she's taking the long way home. Don't care what they're saying, 'cause she's just taking the long way home.
Here's what happens when you buy a cheap jingle. Indie Country Radio. Yeah, that's what we're talking about.
You're listening to the 2016 Nashville Universe Awards Radio Network of the Year. Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best.
So bad, honey, my train jumped the track. Now I've got a drinking buddy, I talk to him and he sings right back. Hank says we've got the lovesick blues, we're so lonesome we could cry. At night we pick guitar and sing, ever since you said goodbye. Him too, and he told me that's why he drank. Since you've gone, we talked a lot, me and my old friend Hank. When Hank passes me the bottle, not a drinking buddy. I talk to him and he sings right back. But when he sang Your Cheating Heart, that old record made me weep. Said from now on I'll be faithful. Then we drank ourselves to sleep. Me and my old friend Hank stay up late singing the blues. I've learned all of his sad songs since you gave me the bad news. He said Audrey left him too, and he told me that's why he drank. Since you've gone, we talk a lot, me and my old friend Hank. I swear I'll never cheat again, and you can take that to the bank. Since you've gone, we talk a lot, me and my old friend Hank. We stay up late singing the blues, me and my old friend Hank.
That is called Me and Hank. What do you think? I think that's pretty good, don't you? That is Eric Cantrell, and Cantrell Eric, or Cantrell Music actually, is where you can find Eric Cantrell on the big Twitter machine. Me and Hank and The Long Way Home. Well, we got a long way to go. We just about completed 30 minutes in the show. We're going to be talking to Robert O'Connor here after I play one more double play on this 2 for Tuesday. My good friend Mr. Stephen Mason is a member of the band 2 PM Junction. You can follow them at 2 PM Junction, Facebook and Twitter. This is called I Can Feel Her Heart Beating Inside Mine on today's Country from Indie Country Radio and K-Dub Hit Country, New Country's best.
I've been leaning on my feelings for way too long. Kept her love outside my door till the feeling inside her just went cold. Unlocked her heart and let her spread her wings, but I never would answer when she called. Now I'm the one left flying low with a heavy heart on a goodbye note. I don't know if she's ever coming back, and I can't give her all the loving that she lacks. I can't face her with the new love on her mind, 'cause sometimes I can feel her heart as beating inside of mine. Beating inside of mine. Well, I miss that woman's love. I miss just lying in her arms. Yes, I do. A painted smile and a happy tune can't hold my spirits for too long. My love is hot, but the feeling's cold when you're left just standing by the door. I wonder now if it'll ever open. I wonder if I'll see her anymore. I don't know if she's ever coming
I can feel her heart, and it's beating inside of mine. It's beating inside of mine. 'Cause sometimes I feel her heart beating inside of mine. Beating inside of mine. Beating inside of mine. Beating inside of mine. Beating inside of mine.
Nobody knows new country
Like we know new country.
Indie Country Radio, new country's best.
Folks say I'm down to nothing since my family left my home. They say I'll go crazy trying to make it on my own. Well, I'm right here to tell you that's not the way it is. 'Cause I ain't down to nothing as long as I have this. I've got nails on the wall where the pictures used to hang. I've got room enough to breathe and time on my hands. I've got reasons to believe in where the dust used to fall, and all the time I need to count the nails on the wall. So I think I'll throw a party and invite who'll ever come. I'll tell them when they get here, this is how it's done. This life's a room for dancing. There's a place now should you fall, and you can hang your coat up on a nail on the wall. There's lots of peace and quiet, and there's room to hang my clothes. There's an echo down the hallway who talks back when I'm alone. There's a crayon in the bedroom where little Jessie used to play, and written on the wall, I love you, Dad, why can't we stay? I've got nails on the wall where the pictures used to hang. I've got room enough to breathe and time on my hands. I've got reasons to believe in where the dust used to fall, and all the time I need to count the nails on the wall, and all the time I need to count the nails on the wall.
That is Stephen Mason, lead singer to 2 p.m. Junction, Nails on the Wall, and I Can Feel Her Heart Beating Inside Mine. Two great songs, and I love 2 p.m. Junction. You guys follow them on Facebook and Twitter as well at 2 p.m. Junction. Well, we have Robert O'Connor on the radio with us now. He is live from Dublin, Ireland. How are you today?
What's up, Tim? How are you?
Hey.
Actually, that last track, that second last track that you played there is amazing. That 2 p.m. Junction track. I was listening in right before.
Good stuff, isn't it?
Really really like it.
Yeah. We play the best, man. I'll tell you. Music comes from all over the world, as you know. You're in Dublin, Ireland. Send us a couple of songs, and we turn around, and when we push the play button on internet radio, it plays back to the world. It's just a cool working relationship we have. So
it's amazing.
Yep, we absolutely love it. And, I get music all the time in my email. I guarantee I'll have some when I get off the air today. And, it's just a fun thing to put this great country music out to the fans. And we're absolutely loving your music. I tell you, when I heard a couple of your songs that you sent to us, it's good stuff. So we definitely are glad to include you into our playlist as well.
Well, I'm a big fan of the station. I've been listening since January or even before then, but I've been listening more hardcore to a lot of the American country stations since January, and particularly you guys. Hence me sending over the first single, "You Found Me," back earlier this year.
Yeah.
And it can be hard to get the track out there when you're doing it completely yourself. But this time has been so much better than anything I've done before.
Well, that's absolutely wonderful to hear. And I want to talk a little bit about that, too, because I was looking up some information on you. Really didn't find a website, but I went to this one website called BreakingTunes.com. You got some good reviews and some good write-ups. Pardon me. And then I saw another one where you had taken about 5 years off and just stepped away from music, and now you're back. Tell us kind of how that all happened.
Yeah, so basically it all started out in 2008, so 10 years ago now, and I put out an album, my first album, and at the time I secured a distribution deal with Universal Music, but I actually had recorded the full album before they came along. We were only about 3 weeks out from release. I was working with an independent label out of the UK, so I was still doing a lot of the work myself, but the indie label were doing some work as well. And so then Universal came in, wanted to distribute it, put that out, but they didn't actually pump any money into it. It was just one of these things where they take on a certain amount of projects per year, and mine happened to be one of them. And then I took a couple of years off after that, and then I did a second record in 2011, 2012, which actually was the start of me getting good reviews. And that was really encouraging, but unfortunately at the time I think the music industry was in a very transitional kind of period, and our hands were still quite tied in terms of the internet was there obviously, and there were certain promotional tools available, but still mostly you needed a major label or at least management to take the wheel. But this time around, 5 years later, and I never intended for it to be this long, but I went off and I was working as a writer, I was working as a journalist, and that kind of filled into working in social media. And so a lot of what I've been doing for the last 5 years, even though it's been for other people, has been a bit of a rehearsal for this whole process of using all those kind of business tools for my own project. Even though at the time I definitely wasn't thinking about it that way. I think, as much as I wanted to come back and do this, I don't know if I ever, thought it would actually happen or not.
Yeah. What's the music scene like in Dublin, Ireland? Is there a lot of radio stations over there to give you airplay, or do you have to mostly send your stuff out across the pond like you did here to the United States?
It's a lot like the UK market in the sense that a lot of the stations are big, kind of corporate-owned stations, and then there's local radio for kind of smaller districts, and then in the countryside, those radio stations are a lot more supportive and tend to get on board, but actually even those are becoming more difficult to secure actual play listings with. So often what you'll get is kind of a spot play, and it's almost like kind of a favour in a sense, but it's very difficult to obviously gain new followers off a spot play. I think you need to be kind of more on a playlist to be in the public consciousness. So Ireland is actually extremely difficult to get playlisting unless you have some sort of a radio plugger and a publicist, and usually actually all three, a publicist, a radio plugger, and actually some kind of a label, even if it's a small label. But for me, I decided to go fully independent this time, because once I had recorded this music, and actually I only recorded it in December, January, I didn't want to wait around. I didn't want to lose the mood by shopping it around to people and by trying to. I thought, I'm going to go out there and do what I do and put out the music and fully take control. And then at least when it's out there, I can say I did everything in my power to to get it to the people. And I think what's been really interesting is that I've had a much bigger response to these two singles this year than I've had to anything I've done before, whether there was a label or not involved.
Wow.
And that is just huge to me, because even though it's a lot of like man hours, I haven't spent a cent on the publicity of this project.
Mm-hmm. That's awesome, and we're glad to help you on that. I absolutely love doing that for the folks. I'm going into my 6th year of doing this on Indie Country Radio and a couple of other stations that we started back in the day and launched. But I'm sure the Hilljacks from Norway will agree with you. We've got them live in our chat room right now, too, and they love us here in the United States and Indie Country Radio and what we do for the artists. And I'll tell you what, one of the hardest things to get is radio airplay, and I'll agree with you on the way, that all goes down and stuff, and the way country music is right now. And even Nashville needs to take lessons, from some of the things that we got going on, because I believe it's all about great country music. The marketing part of it's going to come. If you've got a great song, somebody's going to hear it, and they're going to get a hold of it. They're going to want to work with you. And
that's kind of my hope this time.
Yep.
Just to go back on what you were saying before, like, it's so important to have people like Indie Country Radio and yourself helping us, because otherwise we're kind of, our music's out there in the abyss, and it can be on iTunes and on Spotify, and it doesn't make any difference if,
right.
If nobody's actually playing it on radio. People say, radio isn't as important anymore. I don't agree with that at all. I think it still is massively important. And
you're absolutely right.
A huge part for me of this campaign has been targeting radio, and secondary has been the likes of the blogs and the websites. But, that's all fine. But hearing the song is the most important part of the puzzle.
Yeah, you're right about that. And we're on iTunes and Spotify as a radio station. So when you send us the music and we put it out over the air, this interview's going out on Spotify later on this afternoon, and on iTunes and all of that good stuff. So that's the kind of things that we link up and try to get those things accomplished too, so your music gets out to the world. I like what this Indie Music Digest said about you too, because I talk a lot about songwriting. 99% of the artists that we play write their own material. It says Robert possesses enough musical talent and songwriting prowess to be extremely dangerous. Now, I like that quote.
That's a top of the website kind of quote you got there.
Yeah, absolutely. And man, we love it when somebody's dangerous in this business, because anything can happen. It just takes 1 or 2 songs, and you got a couple of good ones to launch a career. We know that for sure.
Yeah, I think with these songs, they're both so different from each other as well, and No Second Chances, this current single, was written, I wrote the lyrics and melody about 4 years ago, which is something I've been talking about throughout the process of promoting it. And, a lot of people are surprised that it's not this brand new song, but I guess with songwriters, you often have these songs that you leave laying around and you come back to them. But with this particular one, I always knew if I came back that this was the song to come back for, because it just felt to me to be at the very core of my sound. And, in the past couple of years, I've been so inspired by Nashville and by country music that it was vital. We tried actually a few different sounds with this track. We went in and tried to make it sound more modern, and we really spent a bit of time on it. But it always came back to being, it had to be, the lyrics are so simplistic and storytelling. It had to be a country song. Yeah.
That's what we love about country music. 3 chords and the truth. They tell those stories, and you guys do that awesomely. I love how you do it. Let's talk about how your love for music began, though. Was it a family thing? Were you raised around music? Do you have brothers and sisters that are musically inclined? How did that all happen, too?
Well, I'm actually an only child, so but yeah, there were records in the house, and I definitely would have listened to records from the very beginning, and I was less of a kind of TV person, so even when I was a kid and when I was growing up, it was always more about music. And I think no matter what else I was doing at the time, there had to be music as well. So and that just continued. And I think when I became maybe when I was 8 or 9, then I started playing keyboard, and the voice thing didn't come in, doing vocals and singing didn't come in for a long time. That was kind of maybe 16, 17 by the time that happened. So it was just about the pure enjoyment of the music, and then learning how to actually play and learning how to read music. And I just wanted the full picture, because it was the thing that absorbed me most throughout my childhood and my teens. I think I kind of look at it in decades. Like in the 80s, I was very much into kind of pop rock, and then so things like Blondie and and Fleetwood Mac, and
there you go.
In the 90s I got very into pop and into dance and into house and all that kind of thing, which was big here in the 90s. And then it was more in the last kind of like from 2000 onwards that I really formed the taste that I have now today. And a lot of that comes down to, I think, looking outside of radio. So I don't listen to commercial radio. I find a lot of what I love in, you know, the backgrounds of indie films and like when you least expect, when you're not looking for music or hunting for music, there it is. I'm, you know, constantly using the Shazam app to discover who that is, you know, and I find that's how I find these new acts who I end up following for years.
Yeah. I'll tell you what, I'm just like you, except the fact that I do listen to commercial radio, and only for the sole purpose of knowing that one of our artists got signed to a major record deal and is getting that FM radio airplay. We're going to congratulate one later on after this interview's over who is got signed by Luke Bryan. Luke Bryan started his own label, and this is the first artist that he signed to his label, and we're going to play his music. His name's John Langston a little bit later in the show today. So, you know, it's just a good feeling for us to know that we were playing him before the world is going to find out who these people are. Yourself included in that, Robert, and we absolutely love that.
You guys are the tastemakers, and it's like, you know, the people who are not afraid to take risks and to take a gamble because they believe in it, or because, you know, you think it's great. You don't need somebody else to tell you it's great. And that's another thing about the UK and Ireland, is that oftentimes they look to other countries to say, you know, who else likes it already. So for instance, with you guys endorsing me, and then I have a lot of other stations in the UK and now in France and Germany and places like that playing the record, I think then Ireland starts to look around and say, well, everyone else is playing it, so, you know,
we got to get on board. Yeah. And man, I'm sure glad you found us. Now you got a song here that I'm going to play called "You Found Me." Tell us about this song and if you wrote it.
Yeah, I wrote this song. I wrote the lyrics one afternoon, just in one go, and I had been listening to a lot of kind of Simple Minds and like a lot of 80s bands, Pet Shop Boys and things like that. So it didn't start out as a country song, but what it's about is actually, it's a reintroductory, because it's about those 5 years when I wasn't making music and the kind of feeling that was kind of engulfing me over that period of time. Because, you know, I missed it so much, and I kind of felt like I was completely losing grip on what I was supposed to do. And like the lyrics you'll hear from the outset, that's what it's all about. But then when I went into the studio, we went in with this idea to make country records, and because this wasn't a country record to start out with, we were trying to find a way to merge it together with the other songs. And I said, you know, we need it was Stuart Gray, the producer, said to me, you need like a big anthemic chorus. So I felt like the song was written already. So the chorus you hear right now was just something I did in the vocal booth just for fun. And they said, is that what you mean? And I thought, you know, surely something that I come up with off the cuff like this is not going to be it. And he said, that's exactly what I mean. So there we had it.
Yeah. Well, I want to ask you, before we play the song too, why country music? I know the reason is because it's one of the reasons is because it's the number one listened to genre in the world right now. But I'm kind of like you. When I started out in radio, I played the 80s music. I went to broadcasting school in 1988 in San Diego, California, and I was doing the Blondies and the Heart and Fleetwood Mac and Chicago, Journey, REO Speedwagon, you name it. Madonna was getting started back then, Whitney Houston. I loved all that music, but when I married a gal from Oklahoma, everybody was listening to country down there, and I just loved it because you could understand the words, and the lyrics meant so much to me, and that's why I got into country radio. Why you for country music?
I'll say there's two main reasons. The first is that I felt like all along, throughout any of my songwriting and any of the records that I released before, there were always small inflections of country, and I even covered Shelby Lynn's track Killing Kind years ago. And that, you know, I had started to dabble in country at that point, but I was always marketed as being pure pop, and that was fine because that's kind of, I suppose, what I was at the time, even though there were undertones. I wanted to kind of get in touch with that more, especially because what I had been listening to, I was listening to, you know, Brett Young and Sam Hunt and Chris Stapleton and James Barker Band, and all of this modern country that manages to kind of fuse like elements of soft rock, elements of pop, elements of country, but it's like you said, it's got that story behind it, and recognizable chords and a familiarity. The second reason is because of kind of connecting with that. I feel like pop has kind of lost its way a little bit, and it's very much, it sounds like it was made in a board meeting a lot of the time now, in the sense that it's very calculated, and it's very sort of the hooks are more important than the lyrics. And oftentimes then, a lot of melodies are starting to sound very similar to each other because everyone's trying to replicate the last hit. And let's just say it was a tropical pop hit, and suddenly, all of a sudden, everything has this tropical infusion, and it all sounds like the same breakdown, the same post-chorus.
Yeah, I was just kind of blown away when Taylor Swift went pop. She had such a successful run in country music, but, at that point in her career and winning all the awards that she did and making the kind of money that she did, she could basically do what she wanted. And she's having a successful career, touring all over the world, no doubt. But she brought a fresh face and a fresh voice to country music at such a young age. And, and now people are emulating that still to this day in Nashville. I mean, you got like Kelsey Ballerini and some of these young girls coming up following in her footsteps, Maren Morris and a lot of different ones.
And there's another girl called Catherine McGrath. She's actually from Northern Ireland, which I didn't realize until I saw her being interviewed on Irish TV a couple of weeks ago, because I had heard the track on her track called Just In Case, which is really good as well. Mm-hmm. I'd heard that on Spotify on a Nashville playlist. And then couldn't believe when I saw her on Irish TV, because I had no idea, So it just goes to show you, like country music is really, like in the UK and Ireland right now, it's never been bigger than it is today.
Yeah,
so,
that's awesome to know. And when I look at our statistics after a show or sometimes even during a show, I'll go in there to the demographics and see where people are listening from, and it's just all over the world. And I don't speak all these other languages, and you guys don't either, but music does. That language is universal, isn't it?
Absolutely, and I think because as well the simplicity of these songs, I mean, there's no kind of trickery or no gimmicks. I suppose it's a little bit old-fashioned in a way, and it's kind of anyone of any age can relate to it as well. Yeah, you're absolutely right. Well, I'm going to play this song now. It's called You Found Me. It's Robert O'Connor, and he's real easy to find on Twitter. Just go to Robert O'Connor, and you'll find him, and I'm going to tweet it to you here in just a second. And then we'll come back and talk a little bit more and a little bit about your other social media and how folks can find you, and if they want to purchase a song, that would be awesome as well. Mr. Robert O'Connor, right now, You Found Me on Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best.
Like I've been deep underground, buried under the sea. I wasn't safe, wasn't sound. I didn't know I was drifting away, slowly moving beyond. I was going astray. Felt like I had taken a pill. It took the edge of my life. I guess I had my fill, and I was dumbed down. Guess I blended that way. Try to make it in this new society. Through my lies, well, I forgot who I was. I thought that underground, feeling comfortably numb. Been this way for a while, and I tried on different lives for size. Never feeling fulfilled, never satisfied. Yeah, you found me when I was going under.
That is Robert O'Connor live with us from Dublin, Ireland, and that is called You Found Me. Well, I'm glad you found me and you found us here at Indie Country Radio. We love the music, and we look forward to getting some more from you real quick. I just got some in my email now from you as we were talking, so isn't that cool technology?
Well, you can't get any quicker than that.
I know, right? That's hot off the press, man. And we will get that loaded up a little bit later on this afternoon. We may debut a new song from you tomorrow on the show on Wednesday as well. Let me ask you now, too, about performing over there. Do you do live shows, or do you just record the music in a studio, or do you have a band or any of that kind of good stuff?
So that's kind of in the pipeline, I suppose. This year, because I've been handling all of this, the single releases myself, and they've been pretty much back to back. I haven't gone out on the road or with live performances. I did one, actually. I was asked to do this award show for a radio station back in June or July. Mm-hmm. That's the only gig that I've done so far. I suppose it was more of a PA, really. It was just like the two singles, and because the main reason is because I want to assemble like a proper band this time that I can take around with me and have it be a solid setup that, you know, is into the music. And I've worked with session guys before, and I've worked with you know, changing band members before, and it's really difficult when you don't have a good setup that you can, you know, I suppose really get into the groove with as musicians with each other, because when it's constantly changing, that just doesn't happen.
Right.
So that's the idea. It's really difficult actually to find people, I suppose, especially when you're on a budget, because, you know, what you're really offering them more of an opportunity than a paycheck, I suppose. So that's the most difficult part, but it is something I really, really want to do this year for sure. And I was hoping that I would be able to do it at the same time as this single, but just logistically trying to actually do all the promo at the same time and work and everything else, it's just not been possible so far.
Yeah. Well, you know, artists still do that over here in this country. They'll go on award shows, and just the other night, I don't know if you pick it up over there in Dublin, but, you know, we have shows like The Tonight Show. It used to be with Johnny Carson years ago when I started watching it. Jimmy Fallon hosts it now, and he had Carrie Underwood on there, you know, and she had a brand new song that she debuted off of her Cry Pretty album that I hadn't heard, and I love the song. And
I just heard that today, actually.
Yeah, you know, and she's not doing that for money. They're not getting anything, but it's all about promotion. And I love that when the artists, no matter how big they get, will still go out there and do something for the fans for free and let them get exposed to this great music that they make. There's nothing better than that.
Yeah, and I think as well, now that you have social media as well, there are more opportunities to even, like, you know, with Insta Story and with YouTube, there's so many opportunities to do live sessions or to show your followers, your listeners, something different that hasn't been seen on mainstream media outlets. Cool.
I want to ask you too, do you want to give a shout out to where you record your music, the recording studio, maybe a couple of guys that played with you in the band there, studio musicians, whoever they might have been?
Yeah, there was literally three of us behind this entire project. So the two singles that you heard, they were, like, I wrote the lyrics and melodies for You Found Me and No Second Chances. And then Stuart Gray, the main producer, together with Steve Hogan, who was a producer I had worked with years ago and who put me in touch with this guy. It was just the three of us. They played absolutely everything. Stuart did, you know, all the guitar work, any synth, any programming. bass, and then Steve did percussion and drums and all of that stuff. So it was amazing actually how quickly we were able to turn it all around, because we literally just went into the studio for a week, got it all down, like 2 vocal afternoons. It was so much more to the point than I've been used to before, when you go to a producer who's working with 6 or 7 different acts and they keep slotting you in different dates over a 3-month period, you know?
Yeah, absolutely. Well, it sounds great. You guys did a fantastic job, so congratulations on what you got going on. I look forward to hearing the other song that you just sent me later on this afternoon, and hopefully we'll get that on the air tomorrow sometime. But I want to thank you for doing the radio interview today, and let's tell people where they can find you on social media other than Twitter. I've got your Twitter account at Robert O'Connor. Is there any other places you want to have them directed to find your music?
There is. So actually, my new website, IamRobertO'Connor.com. You were talking about not being able to find the website earlier, so that's the one.
There you go. Okay.
Actually, all my social media, except for Twitter, is I Am Robert O'Connor as well. So on Instagram, on Facebook official, and then on Spotify and Apple Music, which I got verified on today, like I was just telling you while the track was playing there. Those are kind of the outlets that I'm really using right now, because I'm making some playlists. So if you just search for Robert O'Connor on Spotify or Apple Music, you'll get the playlists on there.
There you go. Awesome. Well, I appreciate that. You might have got that from Steven Tyler of Aerosmith. His Twitter account is I Am Steven T. So
I didn't actually borrow it from anybody. Yeah. But there you go.
You know, he's got some country music that he was a little upset at mainstream radio because they're not playing his country music either. You know, he's had that band Aerosmith for years. He still does have it. And but I'm friends with Buck Johnson, his keyboard player, who has some great country music as well, and we play it from time to time. So, you know, there's so much great country music out there. You know, people realize that is a genre they want to be a part of, you know, and they want to give it a try. And we're sure glad you got into the country music thing. We love what you got going on. Congratulations, and this has been.
I'm not going anywhere anytime soon.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, don't take another 5 years off. I took 6 months off earlier last year, and I heard about that too. So.
No more long breaks.
There you go. Keep doing your thing, man. This has been a fun interview, and sounded great from Dublin, Ireland. So good stuff on the radio. We appreciate what you got going on, and we will keep playing your music and helping you build that social media. Keep doing your thing, man.
Thanks so much, Tim. I really appreciate it.
You are welcome, and come back anytime. You got something new? You got something new you want to talk about? We will definitely play it for you. All right? You betcha. His name is Robert O'Connor. This is No Second Chances on Indie Country Radio, New Country's best. It's 2 for Tuesday.
I've got 1 foot in the bedroom, got 1 foot in the hall. You said that things had changed with us, but nothing's changed at all. I got my heart in the palm of your hand, but my mind's already gone. Down the elevator, won't be coming back for more. Now I know it's done and I know we're through, but I don't think that I cannot know you. It's just too hard to be apart. And I know you said no second chances, but it's just too hard to find romance when your heart is holding on to hope. When your heart is holding on. My favorite songs and wonder, how did we go so far wrong? If there's a chance we could start again, if there's a chance we could still be friends, can we go back and begin again? Cause I don't think that it's the end. Well, I know it's done and I know we're through, but I don't think that I cannot know you. It's just too hard to be apart. And I know you said no second chances, but it's just too hard
Today's Country.
You might be everything that I need, but you gotta come talk to me, talk to me. Today's Country.
Girl, let me show you what he's giving you ain't real. I want you to know so bad how good love feels.
We got the hits. All the hits. Today's Country.
Broadcasting worldwide from his basement.
You're listening to Tim Kelly
on Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best.
You'll know her when you see her. She'll be the one in the scuffed up boots, old ball cap, ponytail through the back, grooving to a Garth Brooks tune. Her first car was a truck. She ain't afraid to sling it in the mud. Ooh, 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 that's the thing about my baby. Ooh, 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 you can blame it on her raising. She get a little unwound on a Friday night, with the coke and the crown, the moon and the shine. Lord, I love how she ain't shy, showing off her countryside. She'll meet her friends out and get a little out, round about Friday night. Might shotgun a couple cool ones, out where the stars shine bright. Favorite blue jeans frayed and torn, out there with the crickets and the cattle and the corn. Ooh, 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 that's the thing about my baby. Ooh, 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 you can blame it on her raising. She get a little unwound on a Friday night, with the coke and the crown, the moon and the shine. Lord, I love how she ain't shy, showing off her countryside. It's late, that look in her eyes says you wanna get lost, take a little ride. Ain't no telling what we might find. She scoots over in the dashboard lights, shows a little more of that countryside. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Ooh, 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 that's the thing about my baby. I love how she ain't shy, showing off her countryside. Yeah, showing off her countryside. Ooh, ooh, ooh.
His name is Jason Blaine. He is from Canada as well. That is called Countryside, and we love it on the New Countryside here at Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best. And I want to thank my special guest all the way from Dublin, Ireland, Mr. Robert O'Connor, for doing a great radio interview today. Go find his music. You can do that at IamRobertO'Connor.com, and his Twitter account is at Robert O'Connor as well. He's got a lot of good things happening in the world of country music. Yes, don't ever go away again. Keep doing your thing, my friend. Absolutely love the interview, and we will hopefully talk again real soon sometime. You can find the video to Countryside by Jason Blaine as well on Indie Country Television. Head over to our website, IndieCountryRadio.net, and you will find 2 channels of Indie Country Television. You can check this one out while you're there from Jason Blaine. It is called Dance With My Daughter on Today's Country from Indie Country Radio, KW Hit Country, New Country's Best on a 2 for Tuesday.
Mama's looks, Mama's eyes, her old man's fight inside. Stubborn heart, gypsy soul, tell me where does the time go? Gonna dance with my daughter, spin her around under the lights, 'cause I'm just a father making the most of this moment in time. Before she lets me go, I'll hold her close, caught in this race against time. Right now all I want is to dance with my daughter tonight. Greatest gift in the world is a new baby girl. Feels like God took a chance, placing her here in my hands. Gonna dance with my daughter, spin her around under the lights, 'cause I'm just a father making the most of this moment in time. Before she lets me go, I'll hold her close, caught in this race against time. Right now all I want is to dance with my daughter tonight. Oh, and dance with my daughter, spin her around under the lights, 'cause I'm just a father making the most of this moment in time. Before she lets me go, I'll hold her close, caught in this race against time. Right now all I want is to dance with my daughter, sent straight from heaven, came down and I caught her. For now all I want is to dance with my daughter tonight. Oh, dance with my daughter tonight.
This is where country music lives.
Let's start the music.
We're the people's favorite. Show the world you love your country. Delivering a much-needed neck punch to the status quo.
What does that even mean?
That means, in addition to the variety you've come to expect, you'll also hear songs like this.
If you spark me up, play your games, gonna burn this bridge and bring up the pain. With fuel for the fire and a fan for the flame.
And this.
So don't get caught in the flame of desire. She builds you up higher and higher, and then she runs.
And this.
'Cause she's sweet as your mama's sweet tea, sweet as a cherried out Chevy can be. Friday round quitting time. Head to her feet, dadgum, that girl is sweet.
Thank you for listening to Indie Country Radio, New Country's best.
The car is ready to run. My heart is ready to drive. And goodbye ain't waiting for me on the other side of the door anymore. I'll take the 2-lane blacktop winding road to the
That was a featured song of the week a couple of weeks ago. Her name is Courtney Dickinson. That is called Freedom, and we got one more from Courtney coming up soon here in just a second. But we'll be playing our current featured song of the week as well here in just a little bit. 2 for Tuesday. That's why we're playing double shots of your favorite new country music artist all show long. If you would like to be considered for airplay on Indie Country Radio, shoot us an email, indiecountryradio@yahoo.com. I'll listen after I get off the air today, and if we like what we hear, you'll be on tomorrow's show. That's how fast we work around here. Here's another great tune from Courtney. This is called So Over the Rainbow on Today's Country from Indie Country Radio, syndicated worldwide on KW Hit Country, the best of the 70s, 80s, 90s, and 2000s.
Swept up by some kind of twister, turn me round and round. Let me tell you, mister, landed in a strange place. Funny little people, witches out to get me. Everybody's skipping down the yellow brick road to see the big man. The man behind the curtain, he's just a scam. Well, busting my buttons, something ain't right. Screw the slippers, are getting real tight. Oh, I'm so over the rainbow. The air's too thin when the bluebirds fly. Take me barefoot now, go back to my dirt road. 'Cause I want something that's real, like a Kansas sweet meal. I wanna go home, 'cause I'm so over the rainbow. I miss quiet Sunday mornings, walking downtown, nothing's even open. And I miss simple conversations, sweet familiar faces, nothing complicated, like the hustle and the bustle, the endless stress, the Hollywood life. I ain't impressed by these brainless, heartless, cowardly fools. I don't fit in, that's a small town truth. I gotta get back to my roots, back to Kansas, back to you, baby. 'Cause I'm so over the rainbow. The air's too thin when the bluebirds fly. Take me barefoot now, go back to my dirt road. 'Cause I want something that's real, like a Kansas sweet meal. I wanna go home, I wanna go home, 'cause I'm so over it. Somewhere feels like home, that's where I'll be found. Somewhere with my hand in yours and my feet on the ground. I'm so over the rainbow. The air's too thin where the bluebirds fly. Just take me barefoot now, go back to my dirt road. 'Cause I want something that's real, like a Kansas sweet meal. I wanna go home, I wanna go home, 'cause I'm so over the rainbow. 'Cause I'm so over the rainbow. I need something real, I just click my heels and I'm over. Yeah, I'm so over the rainbow. Yeah, I'm so over the rainbow. I'm so over the
If you friend us on Facebook, a kitten is born. So do it now. You don't want to be responsible for fewer fluffy, cute animals now, do you? We won't post drama about our exes. We promise. We love to throw in musical speed bumps to see if you're actually paying attention. Train wreck? Maybe. We call it variety.
Broadcasting worldwide from his basement.
We've been cleared for takeoff.
You're listening to Tim Kelly
on Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best.
If she was a bird, she'd fly away. Just like a rambler, can't stay in one place. She's the sunset at the end of the day. She runs like a dreamer. She'll be gone like yesterday. Caught in the flame of desire, she builds you up higher and higher, and then she runs. If she was a letter, it would say goodbye, just like a heartache starts with a lie. She's lightning shot down from the sky. She runs like a dreamer. She'll be gone like yesterday. So don't get caught in the flame of desire. You up higher and higher, and she runs. Now don't get caught in the flame of desire. She builds you up higher and higher, then she runs. Yeah, she runs. Don't fall for her in that heart of stone. The minute you do, she'll be long gone. She'll never change, 'cause she was born to run. So she runs. Oh yeah, that girl, she runs. Yeah, yeah.
He is a good friend of mine from Nashville, Tennessee. His name is Brent Harrison. Brent Harrison, capital T-N for Tennessee, if you want to find him on Twitter, and a great tune called She Runs. Well, thank you for running over here to Indie Country Radio today, but I tell you what, be careful how fast you run, because I guarantee you're going to be tripping on the great kind of music that we got over here at Indie Country Radio. The best in new country lives right here. How about another one for Mr. Brent Harrison, his brand new single called This Side of Sunday, on today's Country from Indie Country Radio, K-Dub Hit Country, New Country's Best on a 2 for Tuesday.
Preacher says I clean up pretty good, but a new shirt and a shave don't mean you're living how you should. The sermon is a jump start for my soul. Every dusty hymn gets me feeling I'm not alone. But this side of Sunday, after the last amen, my stained glass starts to crack again, and the world comes creeping in. Here comes the next chance to show a man can change. Trying to get the verses off the page. This side of Sunday, kerosene. Get road rage instead of giving praise when a truck just misses me. Or forget it's just a fine line that divides me and the guy on the interstate holding up a cardboard sign. But this side of Sunday, after the last amen, my stained glass starts to crack again, and the world comes creeping in. Here comes the next chance to show a man can change. Trying to get the verses off the page. This side of Sunday, it's a tug of war between my want to and what I got a history of. Some old habits ain't easy to give up. This side of Sunday, after the last amen, my stained glass starts to crack again, and the world comes crashing in. Here comes the next chance to show a man can change. Trying to get the verses off the page. Yeah, I'm just trying to get those verses off the page. This side of Sunday, this side of Sunday.
Introducing the music of Billy James Brady. He performs fun songs like Beer Don't Float,
The only thing we gotta worry about today is beer don't float.
and Talking Trash with Johnny Cash.
I wish I could sit and talk some trash with Johnny Cash. They wear their
And he makes serious songs like American Heroes, a great tribute to our active military and veterans.
serve their country, still wear their uniform proud. It wasn't for them.
Billy James Brady's music can be purchased on CD Baby or on his website, BillyJamesBrady.com.
They're American heroes. True American heroes.
The featured song of the week is next on Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best.
Boy, you're talking to me like you got something to say. Hindsight's 20/20, and you ain't looking so pretty. You're a potion for disaster, and it's such a pity. He thinks he knows me, but he don't know me that way. I'm complicated, and that ain't never gonna change. Taking me for granted was the last mistake you made. Fire water in my blood, written lightning in my veins, phoenix soul that burns like the sun, a whiskey wild heart untamed. That's who I am. You're so high maintenance, but I can't let you take the blame. You pull my trigger, sometimes I shoot before I aim. But I rise from the ashes, nothing can dull my flame. I water in my blood, that burns like the sun. Whiskey while hunting. That's who I am. Bottle water in my blood, breathing lining in my veins, a phoenix soul that burns like the sun, whiskey while hunting. That's who I am. That's who I am. That's who I am.
That's Who I Am is the title of our featured song of the week this week. The artist is JJ Roots, and you can find them on Twitter at JJ Roots and the number 1 behind that, JJ Roots 1 on Twitter, and we are absolutely thrilled to have that as our featured song of the week. You can check it out all week long on our website, IndieCountryRadio.net. Just hit the More tab on the right again, drop down to Song of the Week. You will see a picture of JJ Roots, and below that, there is a media player. You can click the song, and it will play the full song anytime all week long. And, of course, we're going to play it on every live show, so be sure to tune in to me tomorrow, 11 o'clock Central Time, on the Best of New Country on a Hump Day Wednesday. Allie's Attic is going to be on later on this afternoon. She's going to be doing a 2-hour show from now on. She's going to hit the airwaves live from Canada at 4 o'clock Central Time today and go till 6 o'clock Central Time in the evening. So be sure to tune in to her later on this afternoon as well. One more from JJ Roots to complete the double play. This is called What They're Saying on Today's Country from Indie Country Radio and K-Dub Hit Country, New Country's Best on a 2 for Tuesday.
I love Jesus, but I've been known to drink a few. Yeah, he and I have had conversations I needed to. Now I I'll be okay someday, and I hope my life won't always be this way. So I don't care what they're saying, keeping track of all the things I've done. I'm really not all that just a simple girl, I'm not hurting anyone. Tempted to tell them where to put that scarlet letter, but my Bible says they're really not all that much better. Oh, yeah. Now I know I'm okay today, and I hope my life will always be this way. So I don't care what they're saying, keeping track of all the things I've done. I'm really not all that complicated. I'm just a simple girl, I'm not hurting anyone. I'm really not all that complicated. I'm just a simple girl. I'm not hurting anyone. I'm just a simple girl, having a little fun. Yeah.
Because there's no such thing as enough country. You know that great song that you just can't get out of your head? We're playing it right now. Wow, it's like we're right there inside your head. Okay, well, maybe not literally.
Don't touch that dial! Broadcasting worldwide from his basement.
To the basement! 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 Up to the basement! To the basement! To the basement!
We've been cleared for takeoff.
You're listening to Tim Kelly
on Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best.
Wrangler jeans, boots and bling. Line it up, ladies, it's a cowgirl thing. Saddle up, let's rock, we're rolling. Bright lights, big city, I'm going. No time to turn around. No time to back down. 3 barrels, 2 hearts, 1 dream. It's a cowgirl thing. Drew 6, gates up, we're riding. Cut loose, 14 good timing. Just got from 2 to 3. Time to get what's coming to me. Gonna grab some boots and bling. It's a cowgirl thing. Brownstones and glitter and gold. Trophies, buckles, riches untold. Saddles and ribbons and shiny things. Trucks and trailers, boots and bling. It's a cowgirl thing. Cowgirl thing.
She is our good friend from Alabama, the Alabama cowgirl herself, and we want to wish her a very happy birthday today. Her name is Jessie Lynn. That is called Boots and Bling. It's a cowgirl thing. You can check out her album, The Softer Side of Country, on her website, jessielynn.net. She also has another one, a tribute to all the military veterans and active military out there, called In the Line of Duty. Happy birthday once again to Miss Jessie Lynn. Let's play her one more time on this 2 for Tuesday. This is called Every Lost One of Us on Today's Country from Indie Country Radio and K-Dub Hit Country, New Country's Best.
What it take till we love one another? And this frightened, angry world turns round. How hard can it be to reach out to each other? You know, alone is such a subtle sound. If you think you're the only one who hurts, just look around. Somebody's always got it worse. Lord, let your light shine down on every lost one of us. Give us something to believe in. Forgive us what we've done, what's been done to us, so your children can be free. Can steal what's under the ground. What do you see in the eyes of your brother just before you cut him down? Could it be he's got a family like you? Think about what they're asking you to do. Lord, let your light shine down on every lost one of us. Give us something to believe in. Forgive us what we've done, what's been done to us, so your children can be free. Every lost one of us, so your children can be free. Children can be free. Hallelujah. La 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 la. Let your light shine down on every lost one of us. Give us something to believe in. Forgive us what we've done, what's been done to us, so your children can be free.
Singer-songwriters for 25 years. Discover St. Cyr White. Dave St. Cyr and Dolan White make up the songwriting duo St. Cyr White. You'll find songs that lament over lost love,
Take my heart in your hands. Give love a chance.
their contemporary songs tell the listener stories about people's lives.
This is the life I bid by when the rooster crows. This is what country life's all about.
Their goal is to provide today's artists with songs they can be proud to interpret and perform or record as their own. Check them out on their website, stcyrwhite.com.
It's what's now.
Right now.
It's what's next. And what's different.
Get on.
Ah, thus the hot cowgirls.
Oh, sexy girlfriend.
Today's country.
Pretty wild.
Broadcasting worldwide from his basement.
In the basement! In the basement! In the basement! In the basement! In the basement!
You're listening to Tim Kelly
on Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best.
Took a jet, had a lead, so I left, bought a car that was fast, trying to get past her in love. I can run, I can hide, I can drive, I can fly, but so far, it ain't far enough. There's a message on my cell phone I can't erase. It's her and the sound of her voice that takes me back across 7 states. I guess the heart of the matter is I just can't forget her. She's like a ghost that haunts me everywhere I go. See her face on a billboard sign, see her name in the stars at night. She's that shadow in my dreams, always chasing me. Took it east, took it west to the beach where I sat in the sand, ran as far as a ways. Another town, another crowd, it's quiet when it's loud, but still her voice calls my name. Even if I was moving at the speed of light, I couldn't get away. Somehow I gotta face the fact that when I look back, it's hard to look away. I guess the heart of the matter is I just can't forget her. She's like a ghost that haunts me everywhere I go. See her face on a billboard sign, see her name in the stars at night. She's that shadow in my dreams, always chasing me. I can't outrun her memory. Her memory's beating in my heart like a drum I can't turn on. She's where I start worrying, she's back again, and she won't stop. I can't outrun her memory. I can't outrun her memory. I can't outrun her memory. I can't outrun her. I can't outrun her. I can't outrun her memory. I can't outrun her memory.
He is a fantastic country music artist from the great state of Texas. His name is John Wolf. That is Jon and Wolf with an E on the end of it. And I'll tell you what, that is a great tune too, called Outrun Her Memory. Well, we can't outrun the time. It is slowly catching up with us. I'm into my second hour and it's almost over, but we're still having a good time and the music is darn good, isn't it? The latest single from Mr. John Wolf is called Baby This and Baby That on today's Country from Indie Country Radio, syndicated worldwide on KW Hit Country, the best of the 70s, 80s, 90s, and 2000s. It's 2 for Tuesday.
Come home dragging weight of the world on my shoulders, girl, and all I know is I wanna cash out, shut it down, throw in the towel, 'cause I'm feeling low and I'm moving slow. But when she's all baby this and baby that, I'm like a runaway train running out of track. There ain't no holding me back. When she's all baby this and baby that, when she's all come over here and give me a kiss, that look in her eyes, hands on her hips, I don't stand a chance. When she's all baby this and baby that. It still sounds good, good morning, good night, and anything else those pretty lips say. She sounds like an angel cooking in the kitchen. I love to listen to the songs she sings, and it's a whole other thing. When she's all baby this and baby that, I'm like a runaway train running out of track. There ain't no holding me back. When she's all baby this and baby that, when she's all come over here and give me a kiss, that look in her eyes, hands on her hips, I don't stand a chance. When she's all baby this and baby that. Yeah, my favorite thing in the world to see are those pretty brown eyes looking back at me, those pretty red lips I wanna kiss so bad, saying baby this and baby that. She's all baby this and baby that, I'm like a runaway train running out of track. There ain't no holding me back. When she's all baby this and baby that, when she's all come over here and give me a kiss, that look in her eyes, hands on her hips, I don't stand a chance. When she's all baby this and baby that. She's baby this and baby that. Every time she's baby this and baby that. Yeah, she's baby this and baby that.
In a world, there was one man, Tim Kelly, and there was only one radio station, Indie Country Radio.
Every time I slow roll my truck down Main, I can't help but realize just how much has changed. There's a ghost on every corner waving back at me, standing in the shadows of what used to be. Seems like everything I love about this place gets boarded up. I don't want to see that day they tear down my hometown. Pieces of my glory days scattered out on the ground. It seems like every day it gets a little more run down. I'm tired of talking about getting out, so I'm packing up and leaving here now. I don't want to see that day they tear down my hometown. There's a movie marquee hanging above a t-shirt shop, and broken stained glass in the church parking lot. Shut the lights off at the ballpark for the last time. Seeing my boy play there someday was a dream of mine. But I'm pulling up my roots, something I thought I'd never do. I don't want to see that day they tear down my hometown. Pieces of my glory days scattered out on the ground. It seems like every day it gets a little more run down. I'm tired of talking about getting out, so I'm packing up and leaving here now. I don't want to see that day remember it the way it was. No, I don't want to see that day they tear down my hometown. Pieces of my glory days scattered out on the ground. It seems like every day it gets a little more rundown. I'm tired of talking about getting out, so I'm packing up and leaving here now. No, I don't want to see that day they tear down my hometown. They tear down my hometown.
His name is J.D. Shelburne, and that is a great tune called Hometown. Well, that's going to do it for me today. Thanks for listening from my hometown of Branson, Missouri. I want to thank Mr. Robert O'Connor live from Dublin for doing a great radio interview from Dublin, Ireland today. And you can follow him at I Am Robert Connor. That is his website.com, and Robert O'Connor rather, on Twitter as well. Real easy, isn't it? Well, thank you for listening today. Ali's Attic will be on today at 4 o'clock Central Time. I'll see you tomorrow at 11 o'clock Central Time on a Hump Day Wednesday. Today's Country with Tim Kelly is produced by Tim Kelly Productions. Check them out on our website, timkellyproductions.com. Bye-bye, everybody.
I can put you in a cornfield in downtown Manhattan. Close your eyes and reel that old zip code. I can put you on a riverbank while you're fighting traffic. I'm a song, I'll see you on the radio. Turn me on and turn it up. I can make you smile, make you cry, turn back the pages of your life. Turn me on, I'll see you on the radio. I can take you back to high school, gym floor, and a slow dance. First love, first kiss, second base down that old dirt road. When it's freezing cold, I can sink your toes in warm white sand. I'm a song, I'll see you on the radio. Turn me on and turn it up. I can make you smile, make you cry, turn back the pages of your life. So turn me on, I'll see you on the radio. I'm young, I'm old, I'm country, I'm rock and roll.